All right. Again, hate it for our guys. A lot of fight, from them today. Weren't very good at the wrong times. Really disappointed for our guys, seniors. The mistakes that we made today are things that, again, this game will punish you. It comes down to, the little things from, false starts, holding, taking a sacks at the wrong time, dropping balls, getting offensive pass interference, lined up offsides a couple of times. We had the kick catch interference. Again, spot them. We give them a long return, and then we kick it out of bounds another time. And again, some of it, we're responding. The kick catch interference, we get a defensive stop. Offensive pass interference. Again, you score, and we're beyond the line of scrimmage. We end up kicking a field goal, taking 7 points off the board. Kick the ball out of bounds. We got to stop. Again, 4th and 1. We line up, offsides. And then again, 4th and 1, we have a false start, and we turn it over. They bat the ball. Had a guy wide open, and they bat the ball on 4th and 6. For the day, what exactly? On the day, obviously we're 1 of 13 on 3rd and 4th downs, and they're 11 of 24. And again, we're +2 in the margin today, but our red zone, efficiency was not good. And again, when we got down there, knowing that the field goals are not what you want, but we had a couple of opportunities, and one shanked, hit off the the upright, and that's what this game will do to you. It'll punish you, for mistakes and for lack of technique and bad timing, lack of precision, and it'll reward you when you do things, the right way. So, hate it for our guys, but again, it's just there's just too much bad football there. And again, we got to be able to make a play. This is a game of performance. This is a game of execution. In November, it's a players' game, and we got to do a better job at helping them and getting them into play with better, discipline and technique. And for some reason, opponents are able to execute in those situations, and we're not. Again, that's 3 games where we come down to the last drive of the game, and we're on the wrong side of it.
Brent, that last field goal that went off the upright, how close were you to going for it on 4th down there? Wind in your face, rain, and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, Zach's been, he's been outstanding. Again, like I said, all the way since spring ball. And as you saw there, he had plenty of leg. It wasn't, the conditions weren't that bad on the field. And again, based on how we had been, the lack of execution all day, I didn't think we were going to miraculously come up with this big time, conversion on 4th down offensively.
Did you talk about Garrett Green's performance for West Virginia? Were you game planning for him at all? And
yeah, I thought he made some plays. We missed tackles. I thought he, made some plays. Had a couple of with his legs, he had a couple of really nice runs on 2 different drives in the second half. We did a poor job of tackling. Some of that's him, I guess. Played inspired, ran through some arm tackles, and then, again, throwing the ball. He had a great conversion on 4th and 7 or 8, threw it to the wide curl. And, again, they, converted, had a couple of little screens that, he converted. They did a good job of blocking us up, and on 4th and 2, they get 3 or 4. And that's kind of been, the story for us on defense.
Brent, we've always talked about offense, defense. You talked about special teams. You had good with the 2-point return, and you had some bad with the fake punt, with the kickoff return after you guys scored that first touchdown. Just how up roller coaster is special teams for you this today? Yeah,
today was, it obviously it bit us. We've been outstanding there really most of the year, and today again we had an alignment that's supposed to be alert for, not just an alert, like an alignment that puts us in a position to stop the fake. And I thought we did a good job of leveraging it they tried to run around us. We set the edge, and I thought the guy for them did a really nice job of cutting back and making a play. Over pursued just a little bit, and again, that was he got it by a yard. And that was that was another. Again, there's a gazillion of those on the day. In my opinion, we're gonna look back on. We'll have to show it to our guys again on Monday, and learn. There's a lot of plays just like that where we're not in the on the right side of it, and we got punished for it.
Brent, when you look at the offensive issues today, what to you is the most disappointing about that side of the ball?
Just again not getting into a great rhythm. Again, we had some opportunities again from an execution standpoint in the first half. I think if we just make some layups, don't air ball. You really feel like we have a tremendous game control going into halftime. Well, we didn't, but we did just all the little things you can't do wrong. Again, whether it's a false start or it's an offensive pass interference or a couple of different drops. And we come out to start the second half, and we got a we misthrow on just a quick screen and just don't start things off right the second half as well. So just out of sorts, not able to convert, on the third downs and really the fourth downs. But, some of the fourth downs we went through, I didn't feel we did a great job on third down, and blocking guys up. And, you don't have to necessarily convert there, but, we got to be better than what we were, at targeting and getting guys hatted up.
You bring up that offensive pass interference. What happened on that play?
Oh, we're a half yard maybe, past the line of scrimmage. That's what the rules are. And so just the ball might have. I have to go back and look if it came out late and we didn't run it right. But we got to be we're going to run those plays. You got to, we got to have great awareness there. We've been good at it. We've run it a few times this year. We've been good at it, and today we weren't. We again took 7 points off the board there. Got to settle for a field goal.
What was your frustration level last drive for West Virginia?
Very much.
6:24, and they run the whole clock.
Yeah. It's, doesn't get any more. Whatever the highest number is on the frustration Richter scale, that's where it was, and so.
Brent, we saw Justin Boyles injured, and it looked like pretty. Just any update on Justin?
No update. He's in good spirits. We'll have to wait and see till we get things MRI'd.
And then similarly, Andrew Rain.
Yeah, same thing. We'll let you all know, when we find out more.
The field conditions or the weather, did that affect your game plan or play calling?
And didn't affect them. And we're playing on the same field, so whatever it's doing on our sideline, it's doing on theirs.
Did you guys expect Green might play?
Yeah.
Or was that?
Yeah, they played him last week against a good Iowa State team. He came in and did a few things good and some things that weren't as good. So obviously when he gets in the game, I think maybe had the 2-minute drive. We missed some tackles. They ran they ran some screens and a quarterback draw, but we did not do a good job of. Again, we got to do a better job of fitting it up. The quarterback run game. I thought he did a good job, but again, we got to do a better job of playing behind our pads and using our help and making plays when they're there.
Brent, what do you tell your team in the locker room after this 2 games to go? I know you're not where you want to be, but how do you keep their heads up and finish this season strong?
Yeah, it's always been about the finish, and there ain't nothing easy about it. Whether you're winning, certainly after disappointment, the character will reveal itself. And I feel, I know these guys, and again, they're young guys, and they're hurting right now. They're really, really hurting, and at some point in time, we gotta be pissed as well, and do something about it. And all of us. And instead of it ain't okay. You know, you got a bunch of reasons we justify failure. You got to get better. We got to get better. We got to coach them better. We got to play better, and we got to play smarter. We got to be more efficient. You know, and again, I thought West Virginia did a great job today, but I thought Oklahoma beat Oklahoma today.
Brent, Eric Gray had the 200-yard plus day. It seemed like he had a lot of tough runs and was really generating a lot of the offense. Just what did you see from him?
I thought, again, he played exactly how he's played all year. Incredibly consistent, tough, just very reliable, dependable, you know. It's a really good player. And that's one guy that you hadn't had to worry about. You know, he showed up every single game.
Just curious, did you get an explanation on the C.J. Colby play when it looked like he may have downed the ball in the end zone and took the flag up?
Yeah, I mean, they just – I get – again, I don't want to say exactly what they said, but, you know, don't necessarily agree with it, but.
Brent, we saw early in the game the defensive line had quite a bit of an impact in getting to Daniels, making him get the ball out quick, things like that. But one, was that a concerted effort to get after Daniels early, and how did that dynamic change once Green comes in?
Again, I thought, guys, we continue to improve. You know, I thought we played better, better pad level, better physicality, you know, inspired, all of those things, just getting better. And then again, I thought we missed some tackles. You know, when Green came in, you miss a tackle with a quarterback run, they can divide you quickly. You know, they've got good players everywhere, and he's got the ability to get the ball to them, you know, throwing as well. So when there's the design run, you can potentially be a guy short. You can't just sit there and be in a quarterback run call every single play. We were late, and they still executed, you know, despite having extra hats there. They still executed. So.
You talked about how tough it is on the players and how young the character is going to show. But the guys that are losing confidence or maybe losing confidence, how do you keep them from getting too down and keeping them from even feel as the season comes to you?
And again, that's just what, you know, your leadership should do. You know, whether it's coaches or your other leaders on the team. You know, you got to be practical. You got to be honest. You got to have accountability. And you know, again, we've been talking about you know, finishing the right way for a long time, and so we'll continue to, you know, emphasize those things. You know, the journey's tough, it's challenging, and again, through disappointment, man, there's, you know, there's an opportunity to grow and get better, and that's what we'll try to do these last two games.
Thanks, Coach.
Right.
Bring your players and coordinators and their
All right.
in our locker room.
Appreciate it.
Field.